Assalamu alaikum friends, my name is Mohammed Khan. Welcome to the day 14 of the 21-day learning SQL challenge. Hope everybody's doing good, everybody's doing fine. And yeah, welcome back to day 13, day 14, sorry, once again. And we are ever so close to our goal of 21 day practice of the SQL. And yesterday, if you have watched the video, I will also pin it up here in the I button. If you have watched yesterday's video, you will realize that we were focusing on the cohorts, we were focusing on building the foundation for making an actual deliverable, which is usually done by data analyst, which is the retention metrics table. And we were doing the foundation, we were working on the foundation with regards to that. And I hope so. I think so. If you go back to the day 13, you will definitely watch. I have explained it completely there. So now, without wasting any time, let's move to day 14, where our target would be to first build a customer retention matrix. So let's go. Day 14, question 1, business scenario. Okay, so the head of marketing wants to evaluate customer retention performance. Okay, they want to understand how many customers from each cohort year return in the years later so they can measure long-term customer loyalty. Okay, so no, I think so it is right here. This was the wrong question, so this is the question. Day 14 is on. Don't forget the business style. I'm always reminding him to don't forget, just don't give me random questions, but rather business questions. And also, I made sure that he's reminded of his agenda so that he doesn't go astray. The agenda is that first we have to make a retention metrics, which was already explained here. They want to, with the customers not 1 or 2 years later, but many years down the pipeline, and how frequently they have returned. And why do we do that? Just to understand the customer loyalty here at this point. Okay, so all right, friends, we have come up with our query. We have written our query for all the four things which ChatGPT asked for us. First of all, the user cohort. It was easy, and I had already done in day 13 this whole thing, so it was quite easy for me. Okay, so the user cohort was there. I've calculated the cohort, and then user activity. Now user activity, I think so I did it in a different way because I have learned this offline with some videos and some other that it was in the 13 we only find a simple purchase year with distinct customers. Okay, that's yearly activity, but here I also provided the format for the cohort year, for cohort activity years, and then I also provided dated if, and I think so it is a new way to find the years after cohort or the purchase activity. So, and after that, what I did was that I removed the duplicate from all these years after cohort, and this is the new way I'm doing. I'm doing this right now. So with that being said, I think so. No, what happened? And I think so. Yeah, so I have done till this. Then the distinct users from the customer key and cohort years, and then the retention count. And I have given the fancy name retention count to aggregate the distinct customers for me. I think so these four steps are more than enough to justify these, and after that we hopefully make a retention matrix today. So let's ask ChatGPT and let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Let's run this query first and let's see do we get our required results or not. Okay, so there's a problem here. What do you want me to do, mate? What seems to be is a syntax error here. No, there is not a syntax error. There seems to be a syntax error here. Let's see what we had done yesterday. Okay, so we removed the comma, select count distinct. I think we do not have to create a CTE. So after sharing with ChatGPT's verdict is incorrect. I knew it. Okay, issues. First is final query missing group by. Final query? Cohort years after cohort, but did not group by them. So I have to group by them. Group by cohort year. Okay, group by years after cohort. Yeah, one group by for one. You did not group by them. Yeah, I did not group by them. I know. Invalid CTE, distinct user activity. You use both distinct and group by customer key. Okay. So I think so. I was trying to solve this. Okay, so I removed that. Unnecessary column format as coordinator. This column is never used. What? Why is it never used? I think so. I learned it yesterday somewhere. It was used. But anyways, what ChatGPT has to say, we just do it. Correct structure should end like this. Select years after cohort ordered by. So it is the cohort years after cohort. This is the last one. Count distinct customer key as active users. Like this. Okay, so the only thing which is this. So I have to group by cohort year years after cohort order by cohort years after cohort. So I think so. Are we on the same page now? Okay. So yeah, alright boys. We managed to complete our retention metrics, the one which I practiced yesterday offline while I was searching for them. And I think so we would continue from the part where we left off. We also done with the retention count. Then we focused on calculating the percentage, because for the table to work we need to understand that it is in percentages. Okay, so I have to use, and it was also given hints case when and count distinct. Okay, no, it's case when I used it. And I have practiced this question earlier before the class, so I had some idea, not some idea but a lot of idea, and because of the day 13 practice I was able to do it. So now the day retention percent. Okay, so I'm renaming this column CTE as retention percent. Then I select the cohort year and years after cohort. Then I use the formula cast is multiply by percentage 100 multiplied by active users divided by max case when years after cohort is equals to 0, and then active users end. So and then I had partitioned in my cohort year with a decimal place with this thing. And I remember doing, I think, similar of this sort before running. Let me give you the brief. I have done this, and this was, I think so, I memorized this part. I memorized this part. And because there was first of all note that it was not conceptual, but this part I think so, I believe that it is the pivot. And I because for example, two things here that are universal. So boys, I have pasted it into ChatGPT, but I think so everything is fine. Everything which I have done is to the point, and I looked at my notes also, and I think so everything was fine. Where did I went wrong? Okay, so the ChatGPT's verdict, okay, it is not totally incorrect, but mostly correct, 95%. Okay, 95%. Your cohort logic, retention calculation, pivot structures are all correct. Yeah, the SQL also, no, the terminal also says that there is no problem. But what technical improvement is needed? Okay, issue is what? In this line, 100%. No, it's fine. What is the issue with this line? Let's just see. 100. The SQL server perform integer division which can truncate the values before casting them. Yeah, I remember doing it yesterday. It is 100.0 something. I have to use that. Yeah, see, I told you. Yeah, come on. How can I forget this? Zero. Now when I will run it, it will get my results. Come on. It truncated the values now because it is escaped from integer division which can truncate the values before counting. That is why I'm getting null here. If I know it because I did it 100.0. In that way it will go to decimal points and it's going to give us great percentage, I think so. Come on. So everything was correct. So cohort is not working and okay, so there seems to be a problem. Production grade query, it is saying that minor improvement, but let's just tell him that I am my let's just share it with ChatGPT again. So I just shared the problem and I told him that despite adding 0, it does not change the nulls. So it says that changing that does not cause the nulls. Your root issue is different. Okay, so what is the root cause? Root cause max case when years out of code 0 and active users and over partition by year is returning null. Yes, because when the denominator is null, the whole division becomes 0. Yeah, basic maths, which is why every column in the pivot becomes null. Okay, why this happens? Because in retention count, yes, in retention count, where is retention count? Okay, so I've just told him that just give me the final verdict so that we can move on. And the final verdict is here from ChatGPT. ChatGPT says years after cohort calculation. Okay, years after cohort calculation is the is the issue. Cohort calculation. Your current line is it says that dated if. Okay, so it is expecting date values, and I think so. Yeah, and replace this with this. Okay, we will replace it. We will replace it. No worries, because I just want to get over it and just move forward now. I just need something and I just need to get over it. Yes, date it if paste. Okay, so correct section. You know why this fixes this. Okay friends, so day 14, question 2, business scenario, customer lifetime value. The finance team wants to identify high value customers. They want a report showing customer key total lifetime revenue, total orders. Okay, boys. So question 2 was simple, really simple question, but I think so after question 1 he allowed me with this question, and it was the finance team was wanted to find a high value customer, just a routine question, and I have completed it here. Select customer keys, some sales amount, total lifetime revenue, count order, that is total orders, average sales amount is average order value, fact internet sales, group by customer key, order by total lifetime revenue. Okay, so we will just run it. Let's see if we have got so friends, ChatGPT says my final verdict is correct, everything is fine, and a minor professional note, I should have used a star here. Well, anyway, okay friends, question 3, perhaps the last question for the day 14. Business scenario, product revenue concentration, Pareto analysis. The executive team wants to understand which products generate most of the company's revenue. Okay, they believe that a small percentage of products contribute to the most of the revenue, 80-20 rule, and we want analysis to confirm this. Okay, so they think that 20% of their revenue contributes 80% of their 20% of their product contribute to 80% of the revenue, but they just wanted analysis to confirm this. Okay, so a business. I just paused the video because we would have exceeded our 2 hours limit for the live session, so I just wrote it down while waiting for the mm, while writing this query. I just paused the video. Now I'll just be explaining what I did. I did nothing special, just followed whatever these powerful hints which were given to me by ChatGPT, and I just using those shared it with ChatGPT now. And ChatGPT says your query perfectly solves the business problem, no fix is needed. Why is it correct? This is correct. Group by English product name, obviously. Now I have been used. I was trying to focus on these F's. If you see this F, that means that it is a fact table. I'm because I can also write the whole name fact. Okay, fact internet sales. But I have been trying with these things just to just to try to be more efficient with myself. So I experimented with that, and yeah, running cumulative, it was also correct. Everything is correct. Total revenue, Pareto, and business sorting, everything is correct. Ensures the revenue, top revenue products appear first, which is regard for Pareto analysis. Okay, so what did I just build? That you implement a real production grade Pareto analysis you used in on my Amazon product performance analysis. Okay, retail SKU optimization, inventory prioritization, and revenue concentration dashboard. This is exactly type of query used in, okay, dashboard Pareto analysis. Okay, in Power BI dashboards. Okay, so what we and with that being said, we have completed our agenda for today, and it took a lot of time. The retention metrics, 3 4 I think so 2.5 hours, but it was good. But after that, the CLV, it was easy. Now the product revenue concentration, it was also easy. Anyways, our day 14 agenda is complete, and today we will be moving to, tomorrow we will be moving to day 15.